Fire Care Peer Support Team, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today's proceedings. We would like to respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this event is taking place, the Jagera and Turrbal people. We pay respect to elders past, present and emerging. I welcome the following distinguished guests: Mr. Stephen Smith, Acting Commissioner, Queensland Fire and Emergency Services, members of the QFES Executive Leadership Team, and the 2023 Olga Wilson Peer Support Officer Award recipients, family and friends. Before we commence, can I just ask you to take a minute to make sure your mobile's off or on silent. In the case of emergency, please note the exits are located to the right of the stage and in the back of the room. In the event of emergency, just follow Kedron staff. And for those unfamiliar, past security, past the stairs are where the amenities are. At the end of today's proceedings, morning tea will be served. It would be a pleasure if you could stay and join us to acknowledge the award winners and continue to celebrate the celebration of today's prestigious event. We are here today to acknowledge the important role of peer support officers in supporting our organisation and our people. We will be recognising some PSOs for their exemplary service with a presentation of the Olga Wilson PSO of the Year Award and acknowledging the nominees from the Brisbane region. PSOs volunteer their time to assist colleagues through work or personal challenges. They employ the utmost confidentiality, working discreetly to strengthen our mental health and build resilience in our organisation. The PSO role involves informal support for individuals, follow-up after critical incidents, and providing education on topics that relate to mental health and well-being. QFES is proud to host currently 170 active PSOs in the QFES Peer Support Program, who have provided individual support to over 1,800 QFES members and invested over 4,900 hours in peer support activities throughout 2023. These include response to 901 critical incidents in support of crews, groups and individuals, as well as delivering presentations to local groups to raise awareness of QFES's support services. Peer Support Week is a great opportunity to celebrate and appreciate the valuable role PSOs contribute to the well-being of QFES and QFES staff and volunteers. I would like now to welcome our Acting Commissioner, Stephen Smith, and invite him to say a few words.
Thanks, Daniel, and good morning, everyone. Great to be here. Glad you all want to come along and support our PSOs in their acknowledgement this week. And so it's a great week and an under-recognised group. So I'll commence with that. Can I also commence by acknowledging the traditional custodians in the land on which we meet, the Jagera and Turrbal people, and pass on my respect to elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledge their connection to land, sea and community. Our distinguished guests are my ELT colleagues, Peter Hollier, Rob Bonniwell, Adam Green and Kev Walsh. Thank you for your support in coming along. To our award recipients, it's great. I know not everyone can be here, but it's great that Peer Support Week acknowledges the great work that peer support officers do every day of the year. And I know the awards were triggered last week in South East region. There's already been an event run last week to acknowledge people. But broadly, family, friends and supporters, thanks for coming along for what is a really good recognition. So today is about the celebrating the commencement of Peer Support Week and to honour the Olga Wilson Peer Support Officer Award nominees and recipient for this year. And it has been a challenging year. So we've had a lot of activities, a lot of response and a lot of call on our peer support officers for their support through those events. Our Fire and Emergency Services Support Network includes the peer support team, and they are at the forefront for us in supporting our workforce through the various events that we experience, whether that's normal life challenges or through the critical incidents that our people respond to on a day-to-day basis, and greatly impacted they have a great impact, I should say, on our workforce, and I've personally used and relied on peer support, and they do a tremendous role in helping our people navigate and support their mental health. One of the key pieces for me in terms of PSOs is they are peers. They are people that you can easily talk to, engage with. They've had the experiences that working alongside people in genders, and it gives us a sense of immediate connection and an ability to have that conversation and be able to link and provide removal of those barriers that can exist for people that haven't had that experience. So that connection and peer linkage is quite critical in order to support what we're trying to achieve. Mental health is a critical component of what we need to focus on, and I suppose the connection here is we often don't talk about it. It's often one of those things that isn't out in the open, but it's an essential thing that if people need support, it needs to be normal. We'll go to the GP, we'll go to a doctor if there's something physical with us. It's the same. We need to check in, we need support, and PSOs assist us in doing that. During 2023, QFES members assessed peer support for a whole range of things. So critical incident, work-related trauma, workload, work relationships and conflict, family relationships and separation concerns, deployment-related stress, and grief and loss. So it's a broad support mechanism that is provided and creates connection to our workforce in that sense. In the past year, obviously, QFES has had a whole range of deployments and incidents that have triggered from an operational point of view, and there's been a direct connection between our PSOs and us navigating that as a group. It's not always easy for PSOs to put this on top of their normal work. They're doing it on a voluntary basis, so they're doing their day jobs, they're doing that connection, and then they're providing this over and above everything else that they do. So it's an extraordinary commitment and an extraordinary benefit that they provide to our workforce, and one that I'm personally grateful for. I think the other component in terms of PSOs is they come from a whole range of backgrounds and experiences, and they bring that to those conversations. So there's always some way and some connection that can be created between an individual and someone in the peer support network in order to be able to navigate the challenges that may come up from time to time. The Olga Wilson Annual Award is named in honour of Olga Wilson, who bequeathed a sum of money to assist firefighters and families in their times of need. And this year, very gratefully and in sense of the true depth of our PSO network, we've had a number of nominees that received multiple nominations from people, which is an indication of the impact that they're having and the quality of the people and the nominees that we have. So on behalf of QFES and myself personally, thank you for all of our PSOs, for everything you do, and for the nominees for the extraordinary work you've done this year and in order to be nominated. And my congratulations ultimately to the recipient that is going to be receiving that. But in closing, can I just say the peer support network, the FESN network in its broader sense, if people need help or you know people who need help, please reach out and create those connections so that we are looking after our people holistically. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We will now commence the presentation of the 2023 Olga Wilson Peer Support Officer Awards. Recipients, when your name's announced, please make way to the stage and receive your award. And once the Commissioner has presented your award, a professional photographer photograph will be taken. These photos will be available soon after the event. However, if you would wish to take a photograph, you're more than welcome after the professional photographer has taken his. A total of 11 PSOs from across the state have been acknowledged for their outstanding service in supporting their colleagues. Each nominee will be recognised within their respective regions, and these people are Adam Andrew Arthur, South East Region, Lachlan Peterson, South East Region, Robert Colan, North Coast Region, Darren Nelson, North Coast Region, Patrick Maloney in Central Region, and William Walker in Central Region. Could you please acknowledge these regional recipients with a round of applause? Here today at Kedron, we are pleased to present the nominee trophies for PSOs from Brisbane region. However, one of the nominees was unfortunately unable to attend today. We also proudly announced the statewide winner of the QFES Olga Wilson PSO of the Year Award. Firstly, the nomination awards. In recognition for her dedication to peer support role, we would like to acknowledge Jodie Reid. Unfortunately, Jodie is unable to attend today, and therefore this trophy will be presented to her at another opportunity. Jodie became a PSO in 2016, and she has been an active advocate for promoting mental health across QFES. Jodie is highly respected among the Brisbane region SES leaders and volunteers, and is well known around Kedron for her warmth and compassion in helping colleagues work through changes and personal concerns. Congratulations to Jodie. We look forward to presenting this award to her in person. The second nominee award, in recognition of dedication to the peer support role, we would like to present this trophy to Nesha Saunders. Nesha completed her PSO training in 2015 and has been a champion for mental health. She has provided support across all branches of QFES for a range of significant events and takes on a personal mission to strive to reduce stigma around mental health. Congratulations to Nesha. And now we are pleased to announce the statewide winner of the QFES Olga Wilson PSO of the Year Award. The winner receives a trophy and a bursary towards professional development, as well as having their name on the perpetual PSO honour board, which is proudly displayed in the present office. This PSO has received nominations from colleagues and regional leaders for extraordinary, consistent, compassionate support of QFES members and the PSO team. His discreet and compassionate approach is highly respected and valued by Redlands SES and SES leaders across Brisbane region. He has been acknowledged for his role in supporting SES members from Brisbane region and interstate during the floods in South East region, actively promoting support services, mentoring probationary PSOs, and responding to needs across all groups within QFES. His colleagues have appreciated his consistent and continuous availability in response to requests and admire the values he upholds, such as confidentiality and compassion. He is a great advocate for mental health and a worthy winner of this award. The winner of the Olga Wilson Peer Support of the Year 2023 is Tim Willis. Congratulations to Tim on his recognition. Thank you, Commissioner. I'm honoured to be part of today's ceremony to celebrate the achievements of these teams and individuals. I would also like to take this moment to acknowledge Robin Kirby. Robin has been a manager of the Peer Support Program for many years, up until the end of last year, and has been instrumental in making the program what it is today. Her efforts and contributions in the PSO space have been greatly appreciated. Please join me in giving Robin a round of applause. On behalf of Acting Commissioner Smith, I would like to thank you for attending today's ceremony. Please join the distinguished guests and award recipients for light refreshments to continue the celebration in the Undercroft area. The photographer will be available to take additional photos during morning tea. And finally, can I ask all the award recipients and any PSOs present today to return to the stage for a group photo. Thank you very much.